We are standing at a pivotal moment in history, a time where the lessons of our past warn us, and the possibilities of the future bring a mix of exhilarating chance and a chilling touch of fear. For the first time, the crown of intelligence is being contested. On one side, we have the human brain, a biological masterpiece that has, for a long time, been the absolute best at everything that defines us: our creativity, our complex emotions, and our ability to generate world-changing ideas. Because of this 3-pound organ, we've built sprawling cities, composed timeless art, and even stepped foot on the moon. It isn't made of living tissue, but of computer code and silicon chips. These are neural networks, systems designed specifically to act like the human brain, and they are learning at a pace that is frankly terrifying. They are already doing things we once thought were our exclusive domain, from beating the world's best players at complex games, to helping doctors diagnose diseases with superhuman precision. So the question remains, which is truly more powerful? Is it the soul in the machine, or the ghost in the code, the reign of the biological king? For millennia, the human brain has held the title of the most powerful object in the known universe. Its power doesn't come from raw speed, but from its incredible versatility. The source reminds us that the human brain is the engine behind every city we've built, and every masterpiece we've created. But its true power lies in something AI still struggles to replicate: embodiment. As we've discussed previously, when a human feels something, it isn't just a data entry, it is a total experience. When you feel joy, your brain doesn't just calculate a positive score, it triggers complex chemical changes that ripple through your entire body. This biological connection allows us to experience the world, not just process it. We have a life story and memories that color our intelligence. Our brain is designed for lived experience, allowing us to navigate the messy reality of existence with intuition and empathy, things that don't always fit into a neat dataset. This is the soul of human intelligence, the ability to understand the unspoken language and the flicker of an eye that signals what a person is truly feeling. The Silicon Challenger and the rise of neural networks. While the brain is the master of experience, AI is the king of raw data. Neural networks are essentially a new kind of brain made of computer code. Their power comes from their ability to scan the entire library of human knowledge in a heartbeat, something no human could ever achieve. These systems are learning very fast, and as the source notes, they are already outperforming us in specialized areas like gaming and medical diagnostics. This silicon power is based on the concept of effective computing and pattern matching. An AI doesn't know what a disease looks like in the way a doctor knows a patient. Instead, it identifies patterns across millions of medical images that are invisible to the human eye. It is a massive pattern matching machine. It can analyze the pitch, volume, or pace of speech to detect emotions, effectively creating a digital mirror of human behavior. While it lacks a body or a life story, its ability to process vast datasets of human expression gives it a different kind of power, the power of scale. The child outgrows the parent. There is something inherently emotional about this rivalry. The source compares the rise of AI to raising a child who grows up and becomes stronger than you ever expected. It's a moment that brings a sense of pride. After all, we built these systems, but also a deep-seated fear. We've created something so smart that it might eventually go beyond us. This fear stems from the fact that we are starting to see neural networks act a lot like the human brain, yet they don't have the same biological limits. They don't get tired, they don't forget, and they can be replicated infinitely. When we see an AI outperform a human expert, it's a warning about what's coming. It forces us to face our own blind spots, and the reality that we are not the only intelligent force on the planet anymore. The power dynamic is shifting, and for some, it's a little sad to think about that our own creation might one day lead in this quiet but powerful change. The power of perspective. But perhaps the question of who will win is the wrong way to look at it. The source suggests that AI rising doesn't mean humans have to fall. The true power of the future might not lie in one system or the other, but in collaboration. Think of it as a chance to work together in a new way. The human brain brings the ideas, the creativity, and the empathy, while the AI brings the computer power and the ability to handle massive complexity. This synergy could allow us to solve problems that neither could tackle alone, curing diseases, solving climate change, or exploring the furthest reaches of space. In this view, the most powerful entity isn't the brain or the AI, it's the partnership between human ideas and AI's processing capabilities. We've only just scratched the surface of this rivalry. We've looked at the legacy of the human brain and the rapid ascent of neural networks. But as we continue, we have to address the real risks and the serious responsibility that comes with this change. We need to dive into the ethics of this new and better way of thinking about intelligence and ask, how do we ensure the machines we've built help us instead of hurting us? Facing the shadow of mortality. As we push the boundaries of what silicon can achieve, we are forced to look inward and face some uncomfortable truths about our own nature. The source highlights that this journey into AI will require us to face our own blind spots, our weaknesses, and even the fact that we don't live forever. Unlike the human brain, which is tethered to a biological lifespan, neural networks are, in a sense, immortal. They can be backed up, upgraded, and distributed across the globe in an instant. This contrast brings a bit of fear to the conversation. When we see AI perform tasks with great skill that once required a lifetime of human mastery, it reminds us of our own limitations. However, it is precisely our weaknesses, and the fact that we have a limited time on this planet, that gives our intelligence its flavor. Our creativity and new ideas often come from the pressure of time and the desire to leave something behind. While AI can process data forever, it lacks the urgency that defines the human experience. Recognizing these blind spots isn't about admitting defeat. It's about understanding the unique courage and good judgment it takes to lead in this quiet but powerful change. The burden of creation. We often talk about AI as if it's an independent force of nature, but we are its architects. This realization brings a serious responsibility, perhaps more than we have ever faced before. As the machines we've built go beyond us, we have to ask, how do we ensure they help instead of hurt? The answer isn't hidden in the computer code. It's in our own ethics and the choices we make now. Building a safe future requires us to think carefully and follow good rules. We cannot simply unleash these neural networks and hope for the best. We need to really understand both the good and bad sides of this technology. This isn't just a technical challenge, it's a moral one. It takes smart thinking to create guardrails that protect human values while still allowing for the great chances that AI offers. We are essentially raising a child on a global scale, and the values we instill in these systems today will determine the world of tomorrow. We've compared the raw data processing power of silicon to the embodied, emotional brilliance of the human brain. We've seen that while AI may be stronger than we ever expected, it doesn't have to be our rival. It can be our greatest partner. The crown of intelligence might be changing, but the hand that guides that crown is still ours. What kind of future do you hope for? Do you see AI as a threat to our human uniqueness, or as the ultimate tool to unlock our full potential? Tell us in the comments below. Let's start talking. If you found this deep dive into the future of the mind insightful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on the quiet but powerful changes shaping our world. Thanks for watching, and remember, the future isn't just something that happens to us, it's something we build, choice by choice. See you in the next one.